late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray. And honestly, I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy.